wanted to share with you a project that I made today, and as you can see it's a little wet, but it's still functional. And this is the flip chute, and I've seen a video on Classroom DIY, and I saw it on Pinterest, and I also saw one on Teacher Tipster. And basically what it is, it's just a flip chute, and I'll just show you kind of how I decorated it. I decorated it using stars to kind of go along with my title, Magic Answer. And then the top is just a shooting star. Nothing too fancy. This is going to be handled by children, so I didn't want to put too much work into it and then be really upset when it got destroyed. But it was very easy to make. I'm hoping to make more of these just so I have a lot more in my classroom. But basically what it is just the little flip chute that you put the question to an answer in, and the kids can answer it and they can check their work. And let's just see how this works. So 1 plus 2, the kid can say 1 plus 2 equals 3, then they can check their answer, and the answer is 3. I'm still working on making a Word document that I'll be able to make a template and just type in like math facts or grammar things, or just anything that has question and answer. So again, you put it in and it shoots out the answer. And I just thought it was really cool. And yeah, if you want to see how I made this, keep watching. The first thing you're going to need for the flip chute is an empty container of orange juice or milk. I'm using lemonade, and my personal opinion, this is the best lemonade ever. But what you're going to do is you're just going to cut off 2 of the sides. Now since this has a hole, these are the 2 sides that I'm going to choose, because you just want it to be able to close flatly. Now that you have 2 sides off, all you're going to do is tape the top closed. You want to make sure that you use a really strong adhesive. I'm just going to use duct tape. It's going to be covered and decorated, so I don't really care what it looks like as long as it stays down nice and flat. The next thing I want to do is take a 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock, and I'm going to cut it at 3 3/4, so it's 3 3/4 by 11 inches. And just to make the folding easier, I'm going to take my Score Buddy, or you can use a score palette or the Martha Stewart scoreboard, or you can just fold. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to score it one side at 1.5 and the other side at 1 3/4. And I'm just going to make sure that my folds are nice and crisp. And I'm going to make 4 of these pieces. Now you're going to go ahead and adhere your pieces of paper to your container. Now it doesn't have to be an extremely strong cold right now, because I'm going to Mod Podge the whole thing when it's finished. And I'm just going to add some adhesive to the top. And to the bottom. Now I'm going to repeat this to the other 3 sides. Now to cover up the tops, I've just cut 2 squares, and it's by 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and I'm just going to place adhesive on the squares. And place it on the top, and that will hide these flaps. And I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. Now we're wanting to clean up these seams, so I just cut a strip of paper, and this is 7 3/4 by 1 inch, and I just folded it in half. And I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive on it, making sure that it's on both sides of the fold. Then I just put the crease on the corner, line it up, and there you have a clean crease. So again, do that to all 4 corners. So that was the optional part. I like to decorate mine before I do the cutting, just because I don't want to have to cut and then measure out paper to make it fit. But if you're using contact paper or decorative duct tape or fabric, you can go ahead and skip to this step before covering. But this is the part that's going to show you how to make the actual flip shoot part. So I'm just using a ruler, and I'm going to measure about 1.5 inches from the top and 1 inch from the bottom. Then I'm going to create my little rectangles. So I want my top rectangle to be about 2 inches tall, and about 3 inches wide. And I'm just going to connect the dots. So I'm just going to make sure to double check before I cut. So I wanted this to be 2 inches tall by 3 inches wide. And I'm going to make this a little bit taller. I'm going to do the same thing with the one down here. So I want it 3 inches wide. And I just want to follow the line down here just so I know that they're going to line up, because I'm going to be decorating the outside, so I'm not going to be able to see any of these marks. So three inches by 2 inches. Alright, and here is the moment of truth. I'm gonna go ahead and cut. I'm using an X-Acto knife. And you just want to go slow and take your time. Make sure that you're cutting through both the paper as well as the container. Next, what we're going to do is we're actually going to start making the chute. So I have a 9-inch cardstock, and I just cut it 1/8 of an inch shorter so it would fit. And what you're going to do is you're just going to place it through, and I'm just going to put adhesive. And I'm going to put that down on the bottom here. And I'm going to put adhesive on the top piece. And it's going to be a little curved inside, if you can see there. And then I'm going to take my other piece, and this one's cut at 5 inches, and I'm going to put adhesive on this side first, and it's going to go in, and I'm going to glue it to the middle piece, and then put some adhesive on here. And put it on. So again, I'm not sure how easy you can see, but it's actually curved in the back. Now you're ready to see how your shoot is working. I'm going to go ahead and use this scrap. One side is black and one side is white. So the black will be our question and the white will be our answer. So what you do is you place it in. So as you can see, I'm placing it in here, and then it'll flip around and the answer will show. So if I were to put in the white side, it'll flip over and the black will show. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and decorate this, and then you have your own flip shoot. I hope this was helpful, and if you want to see pictures of this flip shoot completed, please visit my blog at darlinglittlelearners.com.